Evening peeps, evening, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, oh, you're looking at the wrong screen there, completely the wrong screen, and still the wrong screen. That's what you're meant to be looking at. You've just seen the wheel driven intro. Wheel driven team still pushing Archie's journey, still pushing Bradley Lowry Foundation. Get yourselves over to Facebook, click all those like buttons, go see what's happening. Get yourselves onto the Wheel Driven page as well, find out what we're doing over there, and then get yourselves over to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's Journey and drop a little donation on there if you can. Right, so now you can have a look at that screen. So tonight we're back with Creative Motorsport's Ford Focus Cup. We are here for round 9 in Croatia at Dragon Trail Gardens Reverse Circuit. Tricky one. We've got the, Pentagon. Turn 3. We'll see how they get on with that. Qualifying has started, so let's have a look at scores. You're still looking at the wrong screen. So Luke Doherty just in front at the minute with 318 points. Only tonight and next week left to go. So 318 points up front for Luke. TRG Cutler in second with 311. Ofsky's third with 193. Waldy in fourth with 170. Scrabo 5th with 159. Got Johnny C. Big shout out to Johnny C. Chucking a decal up for me today. Thank you. 153 points for 6th. Foghorn Leghorn 7th with 144. Conrad Racing is in 8th with 122 points. 1 point behind him is 9th placed TRG Ghost Rider. WSR Corky sitting in 10th position with 88 points. And the last two drivers, 16 points, 11th for Ethan C. And the 55-8, 12 points for 12th. Not that many drivers in the lobby tonight, though, I don't think. So, 1 second. T-shirts and stickers still available, people. Hit me up at darksmoker at googlemail.com if you fancy any of that, or find me on the Facebook page, Dark Smoker, and give me a shout. Let's get ourselves in then. Who have we got in the room tonight? TRG Cutler, Conrad Racing, Johnny C83, Ofskis 42, Waldy qualified, just kicking off there then. Luke Doherty, Scrabo, and Foghorn. 8 drivers tonight. Qualifying just kicking off then. Let's get ourselves back on track. Cutler going to be first man out then. Let's change that screaming view up a little bit for you lot. So Cutler second place in the championship at the minute, just 7 points behind Luke Doherty. And there he is, championship leader at the minute. So heading down into this Pentagon section, let's get ourselves on board with a bit of a Luke Doherty lap. So it's 5 left-handers. Oh, wide there. Let's get on board with Cutler as he's managed to actually make that work. Looks like everyone else has got that a bit wrong behind Luke Doherty as well. Hard on the brakes then into the right, carrying a lot of speed through this left, little lift on the way through. And all the power down towards the hairpin. Again, these are out laps, so they won't be putting full beans out here. They don't want to be wrecking their tyres before they start their hot laps. Up and over the brow of the hill then, into this awkward, tricky little chicane section. Great big curves on the inside, you've got to avoid those. It will lift the car off the ground, and if you cut it too tight, it'll give you a penalty. One on the right there, and one on the left here. And then around the exit of that chicane section, into this final sweeping right-hander. Again, Cutler just taking his time through this last one. And now he puts the power down. Conrad Racing comes firing through and into the wall. Cutler has to back off. It is only a 5-minute qualifying. They are straight into the pits for Cutler. Everyone chucking themselves. Why is everyone leaving the lobby? Have I missed something in chat? What's going on? Restart please, wheel disconnected. Okay, that'll be why. Another 5 minutes quali then. So we start again for these out laps. Johnny C, what have you got strapped down the side of your car? Hey, look at that. It's got thank you Docs. It looks like it's got thank you Dark Smoker on the back. Oh my god, what's happening here? Alright, okay, they are restarting quali now then. Pay attention, Dark Smoker. It's got a great big Dark Smoker down the side as well by the looks of it. Hey, good lad. Cheers, Johnny. Oh, almost taking Scrabble out on the way through. Assuming that's what you wanted the decal for. So Johnny C, regardless of his position, will get a fair bit of airtime tonight. Look at that. Not the best view for it there. Let's see if we can get a better shot of it. A bit bright coming through there. Not so much. There you go. Will it let us run side by side with him up and over the hill? That'll do. Through that tricky chicane then, coming down the hill. Just this final turn to negotiate before they crack on with these hot laps then. Cutler coming back in the pits. Not happy with the racing hards. 2 15-minute races for you guys tonight. A little 5-minute quali. Tyre wear at times 10. Fuel depletion at times 4. Damage on heavy as well. So a trip to the wall means a trip to the pits, depending what the damage is like. Super softs on board for Cutler. Yeah, you don't want hards on for qualifying. That's the last thing you want. It's rocking the We Are Driven logo as well. Good lad, Johnny. He's getting all the airtime tonight. Got a big old gap at the minute. Again, these are only qualifying laps, but they haven't got long left. They've only got 2 minutes left of qualifying. Cutler is going to have a 1 lap special. Being as he's just come in the pits for tyres. Johnny C then, what's he putting in? It's a 1:11.6. Luke Doherty, as he comes over the hill, any quicker? No, he's 1:15 already. Johnny C is going to cross the line first. Let's see what he's got. That's where we saw, was it Conrad go firing himself into the barrier. Johnny then going to put the first of the hot laps in. He sticks a 1:45.7 in. Luke Doherty coming up behind him though. He's going to put in a 1:49.1. 3.4 seconds. He's got to try and close up on Johnny C then. Cutler, he comes across the line. Oh, that's an outlap, so that's not going to be... It's a 1:46.4. Okay, Scrabo just sneaking through there. Let's see. Oh, he's also on an outlap. Waldy then, he's going to be the next person to put a hot lap in. Waldy, 2 minutes, 0.5. Oh, that's a tough one. Still, they do get to finish these next laps off. So, current positions. Johnny C on pole position at the minute. Luke Doherty putting in his hot lap now. Waldy sitting in third. Ofsky's just chucking himself into fourth. 2:34.6. Wow. So what's Cutler got? Scrabo still on an outlap. Cutler on a hot lap. Not sure what Conrad Racing's doing. So he's put a 1:49.9 in, but must have picked up a penalty or been in the pits because that's not showed up. So this is his one chance. The same for, oh, Foghorn. Compromise Waldy a little bit through there. Oh, damage on board, that's why. Johnny C then 3.4 seconds up front at the minute. Let's see what Luke Doherty's got. Not quick enough. 1:47.4 holds second position, but closes that gap at 1.7 back. Waldy then in third. Oh, apologies. Cutler going quicker. 1:45.6 right at the end of quali on those worn set of super softs. Sneaky Cutler right at the end. So Cutler on pole, Johnny C second, Luke Doherty third, Waldy fourth. Is he? Waldy fourth. Oh no, fifth. Conrad just going quicker as well. He puts in a 1:47.8, so he takes that fourth position off of Waldy. Waldy down to fifth. Scrabo's put a 1:54.6 in, so he takes 6 on the grid. Ofsky's on a 2:34. Oh, he's got to finish this lap off. So 1:56 now. Obviously quicker than his next lap. Let's see what he's got. Still 7th, 2:02.0. Foghorn then taking that last place. A long way back. Picking up damage though, Foghorn. So here we go then. Race 1 of tonight. 15 minutes. Turn 1 can be tricky. A double apex hairpin down towards the Pentagon. Everybody giving us a flash of the lights. 8 drivers on track. Give me a different view. God damn you. Nope, not going to do it. There it is. Okay, on board with Foghorn. Doesn't get too bad a start. They all get away quite well then as they head up towards this first turn. Oh, Foghorn just blocked off a little bit by Ofskis, but he's managed to get the jump on Scrabo. Cutler, in the meantime, holds the lead and takes a bit of a gap. Let's get ourselves up there and have a look. So Cutler pulls 0.7 already as they come into the Pentagon. Luke Doherty trying to close that gap down already. These two championship contenders. Luke's got to be careful he doesn't carry too much speed through there and smash his tyres to bits too early. He's gone for the hard tyre for this one. What's Cutler gone for? He's gone for the hard tyre on the front, super softs on the back. Luke Doherty's done the same. Super softs on the back and hards on the front to try and preserve those a little bit. Johnny C then mediums on the front, super softs on the back, holding third position. Losing one place to Luke Doherty then. Oh, Cutler's gone wide through the hairpin. Luke Doherty all over the back of him. He's getting a good toe up the hill. Trying to go defensive. I think Luke Doherty's already got a nose up. He has. Down towards the chicane then. Who's going to win out here? Oh, side by side. There's one of those curbs. Johnny C just getting a handful of that. Still side by side through the exit. Oh my God, I don't know which side to look. Look, there's cars everywhere. TRG Cutler does just sweep it through into first. Johnny C gets up the inside of Luke Doherty, takes second, but sweeps through to take Cutler's first straight off him as well. Luke Doherty follows him through to take second. Cutler now down in third position, but Luke Doherty carrying great speed, getting the move on Johnny C before the end of turn one as well. Holds that tight inside line. Cutler looking for a sneak up the inside. He's managed to get his nose up the inside of Johnny C. Conrad Racing being brought back into this fight then. Top four have pulled a bit of a gap. Ofsky's worked his way through to fifth, but 2.9 seconds down. Hopefully these guys battling in front will allow him to catch up. Scrabo up into sixth. He's got Waldy for company in seventh. Heading down towards this Pentagon section. Tricky corners to get through. Waldy thinks about going up the inside through there, but Scrabo cuts him off. Try again then for Waldy. Oh, Foghorn, we're just getting him get it all wrong in the Pentagon section, and that's damage front, rear, left, right and centre for Foghorn. Trip back to the pits for him, unfortunately. Luke Doherty then, while we weren't watching, gets himself, oh, we did watch, sorry, he got himself past Cutler and Johnny C. Luke then into top spot. Give me a different view. On board with Luke Doherty then, looking back at Cutler and Johnny C. Conrad Racing trying to close this gap back up. Have they made the right tyre choice? Has Johnny C's medium racing super soft going to work better? We'll see. Pulled a little bit of a gap from Conrad Racing in fourth. Ovsky's looks like he is closing up a little bit. Luke then being hounded by TRG Cutler and Johnny C. Slipstream stepping in now then. Cutler up the inside. Into turn one. Where's Johnny C? Fires one up the inside as well. Oh, it's a late move. It's not too brutal. Managed to slip himself just up the inside of Luke Doherty, possibly just nudging him wide a tiny bit. But Luke keeps himself in touch, just a quarter of a second back from Johnny C. Closing up again. Oh, back up the inside, almost. And yes, he's done it. Saw the door open, took the, oh, he's on the grass, managed to get it back on the tarmac before this right-hander. And manages to fend off Johnny C in the same time. Fortunately, this battle is allowing Cutler just to squeak a little tenth here and there. 0.6 of a second gap, still nothing in it between Luke and Johnny. Conrad Racing been dropped off this fight by a big chunk now, 2.7 seconds back for Conrad. And he has got Ofsky's closing up on him as well, 1.7 seconds. Just got to be a little bit careful then. 5 minutes into race one. Cutler then, that lead diminished down to absolutely nothing. Luke Doherty all over the rear end of him again as they come through that chicane. Johnny C still bolted on the back end of this, trying to lose that little bit of a penalty he's got. His tyres looking a lot worse for wear than Luke Doherty's and Cutler's with those hards on. But trying to keep with the championship leaders at the minute, Johnny C. Just pulled 3/4 of a second over him. Trying to catch up through the double apexed hairpin. Luke Doherty and Cutler still bumper to bumper. Cutler back through to first, then Luke second, Johnny third. Offskis has got his way past Waldy into fourth then. He's gone for the hards front and just a set of softs on the back. Okay. Scrabo then fifth, not Pitt. 11.5 seconds back in that fifth position. Conrad Racing, bin in, fresh set of hard tyres. Bit of work to do to try and close that gap up on Scrabo. 7.1 seconds as he just comes into that Pentagon section. Waldy then also, have you been in? Possibly picking up damage, but a little bit of wear on fresh set of mediums by the look of it. Foghorn Leghorn, fresh set of super softs all round. Car fully repaired though. Still nothing in it between Cutler and Luke Doherty. Johnny C, have you chucked yourself in the pits, Johnny C, or have you made a terrible, terrible mistake? Absolutely nothing in it. Where's Johnny C? Oh, terrible, terrible mistake. That's what Johnny C's done. Front end damage, transmission damage. That's a trip to the pits for Johnny C. Can't race another 8 minutes like that. He'll just lose position. So Offskis gets through into third. Big shout out to the boys over at Creative Motorsport as well, putting their name behind this. The boys, some of the boys rocking the Creative Motorsport liveries. They do rent out Ford Fiestas, but they don't do Fiestas in GT, so we've got Focuses. I just still don't think it's a bad shout, to be honest. So what's kicking off up front then? Cutler and Luke Doherty. Still not a lot in it. Just 0.6 of a second between Cutler and Luke. Tyre wear looking very similar. A little bit more on Luke Doherty's tyres maybe. Still absolutely nothing in it between these two. Just stretches to 3/4 of a second. Halfway through race one. Offskis then 8.4 seconds back. Not stopped on the hard soft combo. So if he can finish the race on those, he'll keep that position. Scrabo then not stopped on those mediums. He's gone for the softs on the back as well. Conrad Racing just coming through there in fifth. Close that gap up down to just under 3 seconds then between fifth and fourth. Johnny C, fully repaired, back on track. Best livery of the evening. Sitting in sixth at the minute after getting his car repaired. Oh, don't mess it up. Don't put a dent in that livery. But coming under pressure from Waldy. Waldy on the medium after coming in. Foghorn Leghorn. Oh, a little bit more damage for Foghorn on the front. It's this section every time that's catching him out, the Pentagon section. Cutler and Luke Doherty. Gap closed right back up. Oh, Cutler's gone deep into turn one. Luke Doherty side by side on the exit. Cutler does just carry a little bit more speed than Luke. It's going to be tight through the Pentagon. Luke backs off early. He doesn't want to shove Cutler into the wall or anything. Both drivers just struggling for grip a little bit with those slightly worn hards. This is a tricky section of corners anyway. Still a gap of 0.4 between these two. Nobody to worry about behind. 10.4 seconds back to third. Nowhere to go for Luke Doherty. Does close that gap up on Cutler, but Cutler just closes the door on him. Into the hairpin then, braking early. Cutler making sure he gets a couple of wheels on that apex. Does run it a little bit deep. Luke gets another good run on him. Get the slipstream up and over the hill as well. Quite a long straight this one. Cutler holds it over to the right hand side of this circuit. Luke then switches sides. He's run Cutler to the inside. Oh, he runs it around the outside through, gets the inside line through here, but Cutler carries the speed through the second part of the chicane and holds on to that top spot, but Luke's going for the cutback. Can he get the speed up this start-finish straight? 4.5 minutes remaining. Real good battle kicking off here between these two. Everybody else pretty much out on track on their own at the minute. This is where it's at. Cutler then dropping the toe of Luke Doherty, pulling over to that pit wall. Gap still just under 0.4 of a second. Cutler making sure he doesn't go too deep this time. Oh, wheel on the grass for Cutler. That's going to slow him down. Bit between the teeth now for Luke Doherty. Down towards this Pentagon section. Can he get a nose up the inside? He can't. Went for the extra thrash on the Focus there in fourth. Keeps himself in touch with Cutler. It's been really good racing all season between these two. I've got to give him that. Still 0.4 of a second in it between them. Hard tyres taking a bit of a beating. Let's have a run through the order then. Cutler still holding that top spot, but only just. Luke Doherty keeping him honest at the minute. Offski's in third, 12.5 seconds back. There's another 14.5 seconds, nearly 15 seconds back to Conrad, as he just gets himself back on the tarmac. Scrabo then fifth. He is another 6.2 seconds back in fifth. His tyres starting to look a little bit worn as well on those mediums. Johnny C just 3.8 seconds back with only just under 3 minutes remaining. Might be able to make something of this with those fresh mediums. We'll see what Johnny C can do. Gap at 3.5 seconds. Waldy then seventh. He's got the Pentagon wrong. No damage on the car, but he has had it backwards. 17.8 seconds back, and the gap only getting bigger. And Foghorn Leghorn, unfortunately, still carrying damage. 26 seconds back. So unfortunate for Foghorn. He seems to do a bit of this most laps and usually ends up in the wall. Not getting it in the wall this time though, Foghorn. Okay, Luke Doherty has made a mistake. Cutler now 3.5 seconds in front. I don't think Luke's going to be able to close that up, not without a mistake from the Cutler himself. A little bit wide through there. Luke does close that gap by another half a second. He goes wide through there himself though. So just 1 minute 45 left. The gap's still at 3.5 between race leader and second place. It was a real good battle as well. Luke Doherty, I'm not sure where you got that wrong, possibly through the chicane. There is Cutler in front, 3.6 seconds on, unless Luke's having wheel issues. I have seen him sort of miss gears and things. But still 3.9 now between race leader and second place. Just a minute left on the clock. TRG Cutler's going to see another lap. Luke Doherty should see another lap as well. Gap at 4 seconds then. It's going to take a mistake from Cutler for Luke Doherty to make anything of this. There's the gap on screen there then. Cutler through turn one for the final time. Just 30 seconds left on the race timer. Luke Doherty coming through. 4.1 back. So yeah, just that little mistake has cost him. They were neck and neck, these two. Offski's then still holding that third, not stopped on the hard soft combo. 13.6 seconds back, but under no threat from Conrad. Johnny C is going to be the first man to cross the line. He's going to take fifth. Not bad after some damage. Scrabo's going to come home for 6 worn out tyres. Johnny C did get it then. Must have been a little bit of a mistake from Scrabo to close that gap up so quickly. Waldy then comes through the final turn, almost on the black stuff. going to come home for 7th after taking the pit wall out and a few spectators. Foghorn, Leghorn. Oh, great big damage for Foghorn. Coasting at the minute. So we wait for the top 4 to come through then. They are just catching up with Foghorn. But he's back onto this open section of the circuit now, so should make it nice and easy for Cutler. Through that chicane then, no problem. Pulled a little bit more time from Luke Doherty. Luke's probably just backed off a little bit. He knows he's not going to close the gap up, so no need to absolutely push it. Or unless Cutler bends it here. He doesn't. It goes a little bit wide, but keeps it on track. And comes through to take race win then in race 1. Luke Doherty takes 2nd. Oski's going to come home for 3rd. He'll be happy with that result. Comes through then, and we just wait for Conrad. We saw Foghorn come across the line at the same time as Cutler. Conrad then coming through, taking that 4th position. Backwards, awesome. Still backwards, like almost at turn 1, still backwards. Good. So, a little bit of a break, won't be long, and then we jump into race 2. Same thing, but reverse grid. Yeah, that Pentagon section really catching a few drivers out. Johnny C, that was emotional. Yeah, I can imagine it was. So, a few extra points. Does that? What's that? Ooh, no, I don't think that does. Almost going to be neck and neck, Luke Doherty and Mr. Cutler, when they go into this round in a minute. Could still all be on next week. It will still all be on next week. Top 2 are far too far in front for anybody else to make a challenge on them at the minute, but there's still positions to be had for the drivers behind. I think positions 3, 4 and 5 are all pretty close, or it's 5, 6 and 7, all within striking distance of each other before tonight's round. Doherty just saying, nice defending, hate this track. Never driven it backwards. Well, there you go, not too bad. Johnny C, evening smoker, it's all right, mate. I'm liking the livery, my friend, I'm liking the livery. I would have given you more coverage, but you put it in a wall. If you were stuck up front with the other 2, we'd have hung with you a bit more. Definitely the best livery of the night. Doesn't look like they're messing about, getting themselves straight to track. No break for you lot. No break for me, no break for them. Screw you guys. Wait for one more driver to enter. There we go. Oh, Foghorn. No, 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 no. Here we go then. The same thing. Reverse grid. Get a swallow of brown fizzy pop. Foghorn, Leghorn on pole then for race 2. Waldy second, Scrabo third, Johnny fourth, Conrad fifth, Ofsky sixth, Luke Doherty seventh, and Cutler in eighth. Let's get ourselves on with Foghorn looking back. So they're away. It's another good start by Foghorn. Gets a bit of a jump on Waldy as they head down towards turn one. Johnny C trying to make his way through. Conrad trying to make his way through. Luke Doherty also already up into fourth position. Oh, Foghorn almost off track there in turn two. And he's getting swallowed up now by these front runners. Conrad goes through, Johnny C goes through, Luke Doherty goes through, Waldy goes through. So Foghorn from first. Oh, it's a brave move. Taking those positions back. Tiny bit of bump and a margin with Luke Doherty. Luke holds it on track, stays in fourth. Foghorn's not messing about in race two. Screw you, Johnny C. I want that second place back. Oh, Luke Doherty comes firing through there though. Takes that third straight off of Foghorn. Again, brave move. Luke Cutler through to fifth then. Waldy sixth, Ofsky seventh, and Scrabo just at the back of the pack in eighth. Johnny C's gone a little bit wide. Luke Doherty all over the back end of him. No, give me a different view. There you go. Johnny C going a little bit defensive then as they come into the chicane. Luke Doherty just carries the speed around the outside though, so we can get the apex into this next. Sorry about that, if that gave you a little bit of an epileptic fit. And just keeps himself round the outside in that first bit, which gives him the inside line into the second bit. Oh, straight up the inside again then. Luke Doherty not quite closing the door enough. Johnny C getting back through. Luke carrying the speed though, coming straight back up the inside of him. Cutler up into fourth, trying to close that gap. Slipstream in effect. Won't be able to get the job done into turn one, but Luke Doherty has got himself just in front of Johnny C through turn one then. Oh, Cutler just has a... Oh, Johnny C runs wide, gets a little nudge off Cutler and he's into the wall. I can imagine that's picked up a bit of damage for Johnny C. And now Cutler up into third, then Foghorn Leghorn still fourth. Drifting it through Pentagon. Has he got it too deep there again? I think he has. Has he? He may have just got that perfectly right there. Foghorn Leghorn. Right, let's have a run through then. Where is Conrad Racing? All the way down the road, 3 seconds up front at the minute. Luke Doherty holding second. Got TRG Cutler for company though in third. All tight through the hairpin, all over the rear end of Luke Doherty then as they head up the hill. Foghorn still holding that fourth position. Oh, it's only a little bit of rear damage for Johnny C. That should be alright. He should be able to carry on racing with that. But he is holding fifth now. He's got Ofskys for company. We've got Waldy and Scrabo battling it out for this last place as well. Side by side as we head up towards this chicane. Scrabo losing out. Waldy getting through there then. Still pretty close. Picking up a penalty though, Waldy. And running a bit wide. He's got to lose that and not lose the place to Scrabo. Let's get ourselves back up front. Gap still extending between Conrad and Luke Doherty. 3.7 seconds. As Cutler just sweeps up the inside of Luke Doherty into turn one. Side by side through there though. Luke Doherty carrying a fair amount of speed and keeps the position. Great bit of work there by Luke. Cutler has to dip 2 wheels on the grass to try and hold the pace. Loses a tiny bit of time. Gap at 0.4. Now can they close that gap back up on Conrad Racing? Oh, very wide there for Luke. Almost side by side with Cutler on the exit of that one again. Just holds that line then Luke. Cutler's not letting him have it easy though. Go and have a look at this battle behind here then. Johnny C then up into fourth, got himself past Foghorn. Foghorn doing great in race 2 at the minute. His Super Soft's looking a little bit beaten up though. So he's just got to be careful he doesn't forget how worn they are and carry too much speed into some of these turns. Ofsky's in 6th, looking to close that gap up on Foghorn, just half a second back. Waldy 7th, still under pressure from Scrabo. This is where we saw them last lap as well, side by side, running up towards the chicane. Waldy just winning out again by the looks of it. Scrabo though, sticking to his rear bumper like glue. Oh, a little bit tight there for Waldy. Does that benefit Scrabo? Can he carry the speed up this straight? It's just 0.5 of a second back, still within slipstream range. Get right behind him, Scrabo. Drop the toe again. Look, you can hear the wind difference. He does close up into turn 1. There's a bit of a fight kicking off in front as well between Foghorn and Ofskis. Ofskis running around the outside. Little bit of a bump. Ooh, Ofskis gets nudged wide. Waldy goes through and Scrabo's going to take him on the inside. Unfortunately, Ofskis, a little nudge into the wall. He's now picked up front end damage. That's going to slow him down a little bit. Well, Scrabo nearly getting it wrong. Right, let's see. Oh, Waldy getting it all wrong through there. He's chucked it into the wall, so he's now down at the back of the pack. And Ofskis gets a chance to have a go at Scrabo here then. Back up with Conrad Racing. How far up the road is he? 3.4. Okay, Cutler's managed to get himself back past Luke Doherty, but Luke's sticking with him still. Oh, deep through there for Cutler. And picking up a penalty as well. Side by side with TRG Cutler. Luke carrying good speed though. There is Conrad Racing just in front. Up towards the chicane. Cutler now holding the outside line. But losing his penalty through there. Keeps himself in touch with Luke Doherty. Going to use the slipstream up the back, up the start-finish straight to get the position. No, he's not. He's going to already try and come up the inside at the final turn. But if Luke Doherty can get himself in the slipstream quick enough, which he can't, Cutler carrying far too much speed. Closes up again at turn 1. Conrad Racing starting to come under threat now. These boys closing up pretty damn quickly. What is the gap between Cutler and Conrad? Down to 1.9 seconds. Conrad's got to be feeling that. Down for the count. How you doing, brother? I'm alright, thank you, my friend. His soft's looking a little bit beaten up on the front as well. That's possibly what's causing him to lose time to these boys. Hards on the front, super softs on the rear for Cutler and Luke Doherty. Sticking bumper to bumper as well. Luke Doherty not driven this track backwards, apparently. Doesn't look like that to me. So into this tricky hairpin. Gap down to 1.2 between first and second. Luke Doherty still bolted onto the back end of second place as well. There you go, big handfuls of curb for Cutler and Luke Doherty. 2 wheels. Now Luke Doherty all over the back of Cutler. Cutler not getting a good run out of the chicane. Now Luke Doherty up the inside through this final turn. Keeps it on track as well. But, Conrad Racing's coming in the pits. His tyres beaten up, swearing at him. Cutler though using the toe gets himself back up the inside of Luke Doherty. Kind of Luke chuck one up the inside here, gets the switch back on him, side by side with Cutler on the exit. Oh, 2 wheels on the grass for Cutler. Luke Doherty able to just carry a little bit more speed. He's having to go defensive now though. Just blocking off that inside line attack route of Cutler's, but Cutler's trying to run it around the outside through the Pentagon. That is a very, very brave move. Maybe looking for a slightly tighter line on the way out, but it's not worked so far. Luke then holding on to this lead. Again, this was a real good battle in race 1 as well between these two, until a slight mistake from Luke Doherty just cost him about 3 seconds. Hopefully that doesn't happen this one. 5 minutes remaining then. Johnny C up into 3rd, not stopped yet. That rear end damage not causing him too much issues, but 6.4 seconds back. Ofsky's not stopped either. He's got a little bit of front end damage, 7.3 seconds back. Conrad Racing, fresh set of boots on for him. Now 5th, a little bit of a penalty to lose. Nope, gone. And now he can go and pile the pressure on Ofsky's and Johnny C with those fresh tyres. Ofsky's just in front of him as well. Less than a second in the slipstream range. Looking for that 4th then, pretty early on for Conrad. Closes up on Ofsky's into the chicane. All over the back of him then as they come onto this long start finish straight. Let's go and see what's happening with Waldy. This position is going to be Conrad's before they even get onto the straight. He's up the side. There it is. I hope Ofsky's wasn't thinking about coming in the pits then. Conrad through to 4th. Can Ofsky's slot one back up the inside? I don't think he's going to do it with those worn out tyres. So Waldy holding 6th at the minute on his softs. He's got Foghorn, Leghorn on a fresh set of softs behind him though. Had a lot better race in race 2 as Foghorn, and a Scrabo then and out at the back of the pack. Been in the pits. 6.6 seconds down. Oh, somebody's off. Oh, it's Foghorn. Commentator's curse. Sorry, mate. Front and rear end damage then for Foghorn. Oh, you do so well, Foghorn. I'll blame myself. Luke then up front, 1.7 seconds. The mistake coming from TRG Cutler this time. Johnny C still 5.1 back. He's gone for the hard super soft combo as well this race. Don't miss that gear, Johnny. Got Conrad Racing at 5.8 seconds down then. Fresh set of softs on board for Conrad. There's Johnny C just up front. A little bit late in the day, I think, for Conrad, but we'll see what happens. Ofsky's then, he's just got past and already got 2.5 seconds on. Waldy 6, having a race of his own. I say that as he puts it in the wall. Scrabo's only 8 seconds back. No damage on board, luckily. There is Scrabo. So we'll close that gap up a little bit. And then Foghorn, unfortunately, after picking up that damage, now 4.2 seconds back. Luke then far too deep into turn 1. Cutler closes that gap back up, 1.1 seconds. Luke Doherty starting to feel the pressure as we come to the end of this race. Gap just at 1.1 seconds. Cutler almost back in the slipstream range. Got to get this section right, carry as much speed as possible. Gap right down. Luke off track as well. He's looking in his mirrors instead of at the apexes. Gap down to 3/4 of a second between Cutler and Luke. And they'll get another lap after this one as well. So it's on for first place again between these two. Do they both get this hairpin right? Yes. Gap down to 1/2 a second between Luke Doherty and TRG Cutler. 0.6 now as they just head up and over the hill. Still within slipstream range though for Cutler. He will get a bit of a toe up here. He's got to try and get himself in touching distance as they hit this start-finish straight. And pretty much done it. He's going to be a little bit slow out of there. Right, what's going to happen here then? This will become final lap when they cross the line. The helicopter's over top, trying to keep up with these boys. There it is, it can't do it. Cutler then, not close enough to get the slingshot on Luke Doherty up the start-finish straight. So all about getting it done on one of these turns now then. Oh, Cutler's gone wide. Loses a lot of time to Luke Doherty. Luke Doherty's little purple Focus just getting smaller. Gap back up to 0.7 of a second. Again, Cutler did close up on him massively through here last time. Drops it all the way down to third gear. Luke not off-roading this time. Cutler going a little bit wide again. Keeps himself in touch, 0.7 still. Oh, struggling. Yeah, he's just losing another little bit. Okay, let's go and have a look. Conrad Racing has crossed the line, then he takes 5th. Oh, ouch. Waldy took 6th and his own life. Scrabo took 7th. Foghorn, Leghorn. Oh, Foghorn. More damage. Just got to spin that rear left into a wall and we'll be happy. Down for the count, joining the room. So they have got the... what have you got after this? Super Formulas. Foghorn takes 8th then. Let's get ourselves back up front. Luke Doherty. He's got the gap to 1.4 seconds. Just this final turn to go. Real good battle again between Luke and Cutler. I'm sure these two boys are absolutely loving it this season. They have good races in the minis as well. Luke then. Convincing win for race 2. Cutler takes 2nd. Johnny C. Best livery of the night. Going to come home for 3rd position. It's really first with that livery, isn't it, eh? 1st position then for Johnny C. 4th for Offskis. Getting a 3rd in race 1 as well for Offskis. That'll do him well. Conrad 5th, Waldy 6th, Scrabo 7th and Foghorn in 8th. So that is round 9 done and done. Round 10 next week. Tokyo inner loop, I want to say. Or have I got that completely wrong? Next week's track. No. Tokyo East inner loop. That's right. Sunny weather. No wet. Oh, boring. Is it a... okay, yeah, 2 race format as well. Oh, yeah, I'm thinking of the minis. Apologies. Yes, round 9 done and done. Final round next week in the Ford Focuses. Make sure you come and check it out. It's still all to play for between Cutler and Luke Doherty. And for everyone else behind, still positions to be had. So make sure you come and check that out next week, 8 o'clock for the finals. Stick around and have a look at Down for the Count Sim Racing. Is it, like I say, I think he's doing, is it the Super Formulas for TANSO at 9 o'clock? So that'll be in a few minutes over on Down for the Counts channel on YouTube. Go and check him out. I'm back tomorrow night, 8:30 with the TANSO boys again and the Chewit Racing Mini Cooper Cup. And that's it. That's all I've got on so far at the minute. Nothing going on, which is nice to have the time off, to be perfectly honest with you. So yes, finals of the Ford Focuses next week. I think we've still got 3 rounds of the minis. Might be 2 rounds of the minis, but I think it's 3 rounds of the minis. And then that's done as well. But we have got the Mazdas coming up for the P1 boys on a Thursday. That starts on the 17th of June, so make sure you come and check that out as well, 9 o'clock. Other than that, I hope you've liked what you watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.